A movie I've been wanting to see for a long, long time. Did it deliver? At some parts, yes. In some parts, no. Let's talk about it.
Hello there.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Cinema Legends. And guys, Evan's not here, so I guess just the Cinema Legend because he did not want to watch the movie. He kept saying Elvis was gonna be trash. He kept saying it over and over again. Well, is he right? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. I'm sorry. Yes, I just saw the film in theater. Now before I even start, I want to say how much I love Elvis. I mean, Elvis has been a great inspiration for me. I love his music. I love his story. Everything about him is amazing, and it's just I've been wanting to see this film for a long time because I'm also a huge Johnny Cash fan, and of course there's a I Walked the Line film, and there's a lot of movies like this, like coming of age movie about a magician, music, whatever. They did it with I Walked the Line, Rocket Man, Elton John, I believe. You also have the one about Queen. So there's a whole bunch, and there hasn't been like one of Elvis. And is this the Elvis movie that we all wanted, that everyone was expecting it to be like another one of those movies? And it kind of was. I'm a little mixed on it, but I'm just gonna get into it. So before I even start, make sure to subscribe for more reviews in cinema. If you guys like cinema, you'll like the channel. Boom, there it is. I don't know. And just the proof that I watched the film, just in case I'm an imposter. There's my ticket right there. Boom, Elvis. So yeah, let's talk about it. All right. I just want to say, real quick, acting in here, amazing. I don't point it out. Let's move on. I'm gonna talk about the stuff I didn't like, kind of liked, and love. All right, let's talk about stuff I did not like. Stuff I did not like, I have a couple. So the first thing, it was just too much, too fast. I mean, I know this director, that's his style of directing, which I love. Unique directors, I love how they have their own style, but it was just too much for me. I mean, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved how it was so energetic. I loved the energy of this film. Like it was just adrenaline rush like in the first minute. It was just so much, and I just loved it. But for me, it just went too fast. We didn't get time to really understand the character. We didn't get time. We just let it like the shots kept moving. There wasn't like too much long shots. I just felt like so fast. Like plot lines were just getting moved and pushed around. I feel like yes, that's a fun, but as a film, I'm trying to watch and trying to connect to these characters. It's just frustrating for me because so much stuff's happening at once. You don't have time to really get involved or even really grow a care or a passion for a plot or whatever, a plot line, when it's just going so fast. But and by the way, this is spoilers. I probably should have said that earlier. But no, yeah, this is spoilers because in the beginning we start out with Tom Hanks' character, the Colonel, and yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, I was not expecting it to start out like it started out with like the end, and it started out like just like flashing to his story. Then it flashed to Elvis. It showed Elvis at a place and showed him as a kid. I felt like it was gonna be starts out Elvis as a kid. It's a coming of age story seen through Elvis' eyes, sort of like I Walked the Line. But let's be honest, I'm happy they did something different. I'm still disappointed they did not go. I mean, I that route. I mean, I still feel like I like the route they took, but they just went too far. And I feel like the first half of this film was really trying to figure out what kind of film it was going to be. It was just switching the vibes, the mood, everything was just switching, and it was just really too much. All right, moving on. This is now I'm gonna get to a little bit more smaller stuff. I do feel like this is still adding on that like too much. Like there's one scene where like Elvis is like walking downtown, it's like switching shots, the editing is going crazy. I mean, I love it, but I'm still talking about this actually. Like it's just I'm sorry, this is the biggest problem for me. It was just I mean, I love the energy, but like we need to get time to get to know these characters. I mean, of course, it's Elvis. I mean, who doesn't know Elvis? But like, we need to really just like slow down a little bit, and they do a little bit. But like, they really need to slow down a bit. And even like they start playing rap music, which I thought was weird. I don't know why they played rap music in an Elvis movie. I mean, that just seems weird. I don't know because Elvis is like a 1950 more classical rock stuff, and I feel like just playing rap music was just a little off tone. So I feel like that was sort of a wrong thing. Nothing against rap music. I just feel like that was not the right thing to do in an Elvis movie. but that's not something too big. I feel like it just had so much energy, and people may love that, but I feel like I love the energy, but come on, we need to start knowing the characters a bit more. All right, moving things that I kind of like. So the things I kind of like, I do kind of like. I'm not gonna say I love it though. I do kind of like the editing of it. The editing, a lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it. I'm kind of mixed between it. I love how it goes. I love the editing. I love how it's just so much like if you watch the film, you know what I mean. The editing here is amazing. I do feel like I'm still talking about the first thing. It just goes too much, and I feel like it needs to slow down. That's all. Another thing I really was kind of mixed about was the Tom Hanks character. I thought the character was great, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like the beginning of the movie, we see like the end of him, like how and also in the beginning of the movie, they just flat out say Elvis died, which I feel like yeah, we all know like Elvis died, like we all know that happened in real life, but I feel like just saying that right in the beginning just kind of like was like a little weird. I mean if you're looking at it just as a movie way, like saying like the main character dies right in the beginning, it just doesn't seem like the right thing. But I guess we all kind of knew that anyway. But I feel like I don't know. Let's move on. I feel like we didn't see too much of his coming of age. You know, we kind of just skipped through that. Like we see him already at his first concert, and then we see like a little bit of an origin story. Oh, we're not really an origin story. What it's like freaking Batman? No, like more of just like his child and whatnot and stuff. But I feel like they really just kind of rushed it to get into more of the plot. And then we see a little bit of stuff, and of course that stuff that happened where they want to kick him off the TV, put him in jail because the way he moves, and that is real. And that's just stupid. But yeah, they did all that. I love that whole plot line. I feel like that was really cool. But then we just kind of go where he goes to the army. Then he gets a new girlfriend. The next thing you know, he's doing movies, and he's back. And I feel like he's just sort of jumped in places. And I feel like I don't know how to describe it. It just feels like this was not a normal sort of plot film. It just felt different. And I guess in some scenes is in a good way, but sometimes in a bad way or more of a mixed way, I would say. So that's why I'll say that. All right, talk about the stuff I loved. The music was amazing. I love the Elvis music. It was absolutely amazing. The music in here, amazing. Elvis songs are amazing. Love it. Number two, the acting was the best thing. Austin Butler, I believe his name is. Holy moly, he literally just became Elvis. I mean, dude, it was fantastic. No one like I mean, I'm sorry. I am like, there's no. I'm speechless. Speechless. That's all I can say about that. He literally became Elvis. The energy he brought to this film was just beyond anything, and my eyes were glued to the screen every time he acted as Elvis. It was fantastic. Another thing I loved the relationship with Elvis and the Colonel, or his manager or whatnot. I loved that. It was just so crazy, it was a little funny at times. The Elvis just kind of sort of like oh frick you, and you would get so mad. It was fun, and it had a lot of emotion. It was a really interesting character. And guys, if you're a fan of cinema, fan of movies, fan of just movie magic, you have to watch this film because it just shows something you've never seen before in a movie. And sometimes it can be too much for people, but it's still really unique, and I'm sure you'll find something you love about it, even if you're not an Elvis fan or anything. But you'll love it. Yeah, the humor in here is really good. I love the humor. Um, and another thing I loved about this was so all right, now we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about the end because the end was the best for me. So Elvis, he gets back in the game. You could say he's back doing his I don't know, his concerts back in that after being an actor for a while. And as he gets back into it, he just keeps getting like he has to do it. His colonel like said you have to do it. Then of course like his colonel just sort of pushed him so far. He has to go on stage. Like he's doing drugs. Now he's starting to get a little overweight. He's starting to get out of shape. And then his relationship with his wife falls apart. By the way, the relationship with his wife, it started off a little weird, but I feel like in the end it was just paid off so much. I mean, it was so emotional. And I love that. And then just getting to more of the end was probably the best thing I've seen. Like it was the best thing. First time I cried in theater. I'm gonna get to why I cried. Because look, this is not just a movie where it's fictional characters. This is real life. And how they did it at the way end is so emotional. It is. Oh my gosh. We'll get into that. Let's talk more about this. So of course I do the scene where he basically where he tells the colonel he's fired, and how he gets so angry. Dude, you could feel the tense just rising up. Like it was done so well. The acting, the music, the editing, the cuts, so well done. That's cinema at its finest right there. So good. And then until near the end where he sort of lost everything, and then he it does sort of skip a couple of years, and then he says goodbye to his kid, his wife. It is just so emotional, and just where because this is not a happy ending, guys. This is not. He doesn't get a redemption. He doesn't get the comeback, and that's how it ended. And people wanted to come back, and then who knows if they were making an official character, that's probably what they would have done, and it probably would have been really cool. But that just makes it so much more sadder because it's real too, and it's just so sad. And oh man, I get emotional just talking about it. So to near the end, we find out Elvis dies, and then they play the concert, his final concert, I believe. This was in 1977, the year he died. And I've seen this concert multiple times. I mean, of course, I haven't been there. I saw it off YouTube multiple times where he's playing. I forgot the song, but the song's so beautiful. And that performance was so amazing. Probably the best live performance I've ever seen. And they did it with Austin Butler. He started out perfectly, and then they started playing clips of the original Elvis, flashbacking to all sorts of stuff, going back to the original clip, and it was with dialogue of Tom Hanks saying he didn't die because of love. He died because, there's a dialogue at the end. He says he did it for you. He died for love for you guys. He kept, because every time, even though he could hardly stand, he was overweight. He was like 40 years old, and he felt like broken. He could hardly even move. He sang his heart out every performance he did because he loved his fans so much, and that eventually ended up to his death. And just knowing it's real, and just seeing the concert and seeing how much he cares for his fans, it's just so real, and it just evolves a movie because movies they're fictional. It didn't feel fictional; it felt like real, and it's very sad. And I don't want to cry on this stream, but it was so sad. And then it ends, and it was not a happy ending, but everything built up to this ending, and it was so sad. Wow. Okay. This film is sort of like Raging Bull, but filled in with some hunka-munka. Hunka-munka just means fun craziness, fan service, a little too much. I feel like imagine Raging Bull starting now, him like fighting, running across the street, playing rap music, and then it just sort of ends. And then it still would be a good, amazing film, but I feel like they should have just take it. I mean, of course, still Elvis, like he was like literally the biggest, like he literally changed the world. I mean, he really identified and really created what it is to mean like a huge superstar, a rock star, a celebrity. Like he changed the world. And so yes, they were going to put some of that in, but I feel like they didn't balance as much as they tried to. So this film is like Raging Bull, where he starts up at his best and it's just a fall. It just keeps going down and down and down, and partly is to blame for him, and not really him, just more of what happened to him. So the film is not bad for what it did. I feel like it could have done, but it's bad for it's sort of no. The film's not. I do not like the film for what it did. Kinda. It's more like I don't like it for what it didn't do. I feel like they should have done a lot more with the Elvis character in the beginning rather than the end. And I do not like how they went so fast with it. I feel like they should have took their time, let it build up to the ending instead of just skipping through it and then get to an emotional ending. But that's just my opinion. I feel like it was amazing. I want to give this, I'll give it a 10 out of 10 if it was the one that I kind of wanted to be, and it kind of cut out like little small moments that were just unnecessary. And then if it was how it is, but it's just a little slower, I would give it a 9. But just because at the beginning, I'm gonna have to give it an 8. But the ending is the most emotional thing of all time, and it is just beautiful. I just want to say thank you for everyone who made this film. Thank you for everyone who was involved. I mean, is this the Elvis film that fans have been waiting for years? Because I always imagine this. I'm like, why are they not doing like I Walked the Line of Elvis? Why are they not doing this? and they did it, and it's not like I Walk the Line. It's its own thing, and I can't say I love it yet. I maybe need to watch it again, but it is amazing, amazing. So Elvis was great. Had a couple problems, but that's just my opinion. And like I said, I'm not right. My opinion's not right. It's just my opinion. If you guys have opinion, because that's the magic about movies. It can be the best film for anyone. It can be the worst film for everyone. It can be the worst for everyone. It can be the best for everyone. It can be the worst for some people, the best for some people. That's the magic about movies. And this film was, I can't, I don't know how to describe this, guys, because I can't say it's okay just from how good the end is, but I also can't say it's good from how bad, not bad, but like weird and how iffy the beginning is. So this film I'm really mixed on, but the ending, if I could watch that over and over again, cry over and over again, and I believe this will get some Oscars. 100%. I mean, it has to get something. There's no way they make that movie, put it on screen, and just have the beauty on the screen, and it doesn't get nothing. It has to be something. Come on. But yeah, guys, this will about wrap up the video. One last thing I want to say, make sure to check out, make sure to subscribe. I see we get a lot of viewers, but we don't get too much subscribers. Make sure you guys subscribe. And if you guys ever have recommendations for movies you want to talk about, stuff you want to talk about, all sorts of that stuff, just let us know, and we will definitely get to you guys. You guys are the best around, and I'll see you guys next time. But always remember, guys. All right, hold on. I gotta do something. I don't want to get copyrighted. All right, 1 second. I'm gonna play. Hold on, what's it called? Can't Help Falling in Love with You. I'm gonna play just an open chords because we can't copyright it. Gotta get that money. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough subscribers to get money, but let's go. Like that. Sorry, I haven't played this song for a while. But yes, guys, you guys are the best around. I'll see you guys next time. And always remember, guys, cut the scene. Yeah, that's our outro. Cut the scene. All right, peace, guys.